What's going on, Try the Hip Hop Podcast family? This is your boy Howie. Unfortunately, Kurt Dog is not here with us today. He is on, I think he told him to take the day off. You know what I'm saying? Get his shit together. But nah, I'm just messing. I think him and his family's out. And definitely want to wish them, safe travels and blessings. Curtis really does a lot for this channel, and I really want to take the time out and really appreciate him. I definitely appreciate the heart that he tried to build this up with, the content that he does. He really does a lot. So, Curtis, man, I appreciate you. I don't really say that enough. And but anywho, I'm driving right now. I'm trying to take this show on the road a little bit because I'm looking at a place I won't get into that. But anyway, I'm just out here driving. I figured we'd do a little traveling show today. Those who will tune in eventually, I want to say thank you. Appreciate you being with us. I don't really have like a list of topics today per se. However, I do think that, with the climate and stuff going on, we definitely have a lot that we could talk about. I won't try to harp on it too long, because I think a lot of other people are saying that what needs to be said. So, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of hit some things, kind of just go boom, 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 and, we'll just do it from there. So, first of all, let's go ahead, discuss these protests. Seems like the energy is not letting up, and also, just like other, pundits and other people have said, I think this movement has gone beyond George Floyd. I do like seeing the fact, that the world has come together for this. I will say I like seeing that. I do like seeing people coming together. But black people, we still kind of got to be on our P's and Q's. We kind of got to watch certain things. That's just the way I feel about it, because clearly some of these corporate people, they don't, what I'm saying? I think they're seeing things as a opportunity, like for co-ops, opportunists. The whole Black Lives Matters movement, just like I shared a post last night, about that whole, George Soros thing. Again, I want to get this perfectly clear. I think the people of Black Lives Matter are genuine people, like the grassroots people, the ground soldiers and stuff. I think they're genuine people. But like the Sean Kings and all these other people that founded and that are anti-family. Now, what I mean by anti-family, I'm talking about mother, father, sister, brother type. That's like the basic society. Those people don't mean it, well. And another thing too, especially that we've seen over the years, is a lot of these movements, especially with black people that started, a lot of them get co-opted and taken over by other groups like Antifa, and not knocking Antifa, but Antifa, LGBTQ, they come co-opted, take it over, and then they try their hardest, basically, they just try their hardest to have their agenda pressed and not actually making change, and then we're still stuck at the bottom. So, I do feel that this time, I think black people are getting smarter. I mean, not that we're dumb. I think we're kind of wising up to the games that has been played. I've especially some of the older folks They still on this, dinosaur media talking about, well, I see in the news that, they're going to do this. I'm like, no. They're trying to screw us every which way. So, anyway, that's just my thought on the thing. So, with the protests and everything going on, so the Democratic Party, and this is funny, because they really try, they really trying hard to get that black vote. You can't even make this shit up. So they got the kindergarten, and got on the knee for about 8 minutes for this photo op talking about some, black people, Harambe, we with you. Like, get the fuck out of here. What were this same come on, what were the same energy when y'all actually had a black president in office? Like, for real, where was that energy? So, like I said, I think it was just a photo op. It's fucking ridiculous. That's why. And I understand. I want to shout out my man Jay Davis real quick, because he been kind of schooling me on this. I forgot her name. Is it Joe Johnson or Joe Johnson, or the female candidate running for the independent ticket for the for the presidency in 2020? That might actually be great. I want to shout him out for that. But I still feel, man, there's a wreck up here, folks. I'm trying to, like a bad wreck. Hold on. Let me just get through here real quick. Damn, shit got fucked up. I don't know if y'all can see it. Anyway, that's what I was saying, excuse me. What I was saying, I feel that we as black people this year, y'all white people could do what you want to do as far as the voting and election. You know what I'm saying? Because it's obviously we ain't shit done in the make conversation in the White House. Although I will say this, even without like Congress and things, I think black people actually utilizing their platform and using their power to sort of speak. But I still say that really, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think if you're black, I don't think you should vote this year. Vote nobody. Nobody 2020. Fuck them. Because historically both sides have really been fucking us over. Now, I will say this, the Republicans are kind of, historically stopped slavery. I still didn't stop them from being racist. Hell, Abraham Lincoln in high regard, but Abraham Lincoln even said, even the freedom slaves, that the white man should be, superior. He himself, there's conspiracies around him, that he himself was a Negro, or I forgot what you call him, like he was a Melungeon, which is like a mixture of, I think a Melungeon, if I'm not mistaken, word for it, I think it's a mixture of black, white, and Indian. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but don't quote me on that. But yeah. So we move past that. Let me talk about. I was listening to a club interview about Russell Simmons. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of had to turn it off. To me, when they was asking him about the whole, and I understand, like, what I'm saying, like he kind of got, when shit got bad, like 2017, 2018, when they was knocking down all these, you know, sexual deviants and predators in Hollywood, like Harvey Weinstein, locked up Bill Cosby, you know, allegedly, you know, Russell Simmons was in some shit. So this nigga dip. He ain't been in the U.S. probably since like last year. So, but yeah, I gotta ask some questions. He kind of doing this little dance, like, oh, you know, I was sorry, and you know, I apologize. I'm truly, deeply sorry about, you know, this and, you know, these situations, and you know, and then you have to understand too, like in the 80s and the 80s in particular, it was a different climate back then, unfortunately for women. And you know, as a man, I do want to take the time to say I do apologize for that. I don't think that's a good look for us men. You know, being like, oh well, you know, we just gotta get after women. You know, she was asking for it the way she was dressed. But you know, it was a different climate back then. I still think too, even with that being said, you know, now, I mean, Russell Simmons is about 62 years old. I mean, and that's not old, but at the same time, you grow at that moment. And I'm not saying that we should be, you know, trying to, you know, crucify him and string him up or anything like that. Oh, well, hold on. Let me not say that. Because, you know, he's a black man. So let's say, dude, prosecute. None of that string him up shit. Fuck that. Yeah, so I just feel that, you know, him growing and, you know, him learning from this experience. Yeah, I mean, he should be dealt with. But I think now, I think he's at a point where he got to understand, like, where he kind of messed up. Or at least he's forced to, like, understand where he messed up. So, I mean, I'll just leave it at that. So, yeah, I feel, but like I said, I kind of cut it off halfway through because I was kind of sick of the whole, well, I'm going to dance and I'm going to do that. Yeah, it kind of got annoying. So, I hope hopefully someone would shout me out if they were interested in listening to that. You know, just shout me out. He did, real quick too, just a belabor point, he did talk about health. I ain't that, but I mean, whatever. Veganism. You know, I mean, a lot of the stuff kind of sound like it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna say it's not beneficial, but it sounds really, really removed as far as like where we're at right now. Because this was a recent interview. They did touch on, you know, the whole police thing. You know, I won't get into that. I will say that Mr. Simmons has really been kind of vocal about that. He did try to appeal those Rockefeller laws. There was like a documentary on that. I want to, that was, what, 2000? Early 2010s? Probably 11 or 12. No later than 14. But anyway, if you could find it, I think it was on HBO. I can't remember what it was, but it was talking about the Rockefeller laws in New York. But if you find it, it is a pretty, you know, should we be listening to right now? What kind of music should be made right now, honestly? You know, back, you know, me and my playing cards at her house. I think it was Sunday, and we were listening to. I think it was Amazon. They made June like Black Music Month. You know, the whole. I'm thinking they did that because of, you know, the whole Juneteenth and all that jazz. But it's funny that we were listening to like the 60s and 70s, and like you could really hear the the vulnerability, the tight stuff. You it's really sad that even through that, you know, even up in today, it's still going on. But it seems like in those times, at least you had the music. You had the music to what's going on. Because like you take it up to the the Jill Scott Ernst, Last Poets. Uh, you know what I'm saying? You had all that pulled from the '80s. You had James Brown. Well, excuse me, that's before that. But uh, Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud. I mean, that's pre-'80s, but '80s. James like living in America. Ha! So I mean, yeah, that was technically a patriotic song, but still like James, man. And you had Public Enemy. You had Clan. You had those groups. '90s, you had Arrested Development. You had your Q-Tips, your Tribe Called Quest. That you could kind of pull from. Um, the 2000s and stuff. It's really kind of hard to see who you could pull from right now. Because a lot of the stuff is just I want to shout out Buddy though. Buddy, black, black, black on black, black. That's my shit right there, boy. That shit go hard. So I like that. I think you can pull on that from all the time. And I'm just talking, black people. Honestly, as far as revolution and change, I could honestly say any Rage Against the Machine song would be great right now. As far as to pull from, uh, motive, from inspiration. Um, I would also say, anything Kendrick, he actually pulled some stuff. You can pull stuff from him. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that like in the right now in this climate, um, it seems like everybody's still on this bullshit, and we really need the artists to be on somewhat of the pulpits, lack of a better word, and actually talk. Actually have some songs talking about what's going on right now to really emphasize and see what's going on. And speaking of empathy, or lack thereof, I kind of want to talk about this whole thing that's been going on in the evangelical Christian community. Mr. George Floyd. This wasn't a hate issue. This was a hard issue. I'm going to personally kill it. Um, I really think very, very insensitive. I've actually talked, to a friend of mine, and he was really kind of and he upset about it. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. People insensitive to what's going on. They have absolutely no idea that even you could get gunned down for you, like being in the Union. not stealing anything, not just being you, just being yourself and get gunned down. That's a hate issue. Period. Don't, you know what I'm saying? And then you throw up the, oh, no Greek, no Jew, is, you know, no. That's clearly hate. If I got, first of all, to meditate thing with the psyop or not and all this other stuff, I'm not even that. On somebody for 8 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter. Let's just take race out of it. Let's just take race out of it for a moment. Let's say if George Floyd was to have that much hate in you for 8.5 minutes, you on this man's neck. To have that much hate on you, you're disgusting. You're a disgusting human being. Disgusting. It's just real disgusting. But anyway, I just want to, get these out. This is kind of a short podcast this week. We will be back next week. I feel like I will have me personally, I'll have a lyrical breakdown this weekend. I won't tell you who it is. Definitely, we, like I said, man, we just need to be out the curse again for what he does. He's lost people to police and other tragedies, but specifically police. Even the white ones actually, I forgot the guy's name, but he actually got killed by the police. He was a white man, and they pretty much blew his head off because he had mental issues. And I'll probably have to get into that later.